In this video, I'm going to be going over the top 10 creatures in the new Ragnarok creature vote. So the creature that wins this vote is going to be the one that goes on to Ragnarok and Ark Ascended, which is the new remaster for Ark that comes out in August. And of course, it's going to be on the Ragnarok DLC. Also, these are in no particular order. I'm just going at them in a random order. And I'm going to have the votings linked in the description, so if you want to go vote, you can go do that. First, we have the Giganta Raptor. I think that's how you'd say it. It's basically like this giant bird-looking thing that runs on 2 feet. Not going to be able to fly, but it is like a giant omnivore, so it eats plants and meat. And from the concept art, they said it's going to be really big, as you can see in the picture here, but in real life, it's not that big. It still is pretty big in real life, though, but it's just, I don't know how big they would actually make it if they put it in the game. And next we have the Gorgonops. This one has been in every single one of the votes, so I'm pretty sure people really want this in the game. I think it'd be pretty cool. This concept I actually really like. I think this is probably the coolest concept I've seen for the Gorgonops. But it'd be kind of like a mid-sized carnivore that you could ride on the back of. I mean, pretty simple, but yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool. Next, I don't want to pronounce this, but it's like the Manjugosaurus, something like that. It's basically going to be another like mid-sized carnivore, but this one's going to have a unique ability. It's going to be able to turn invisible, kind of like a chameleon, as it's described in the voting thing. So this one could be a pretty cool and unique carnivore. And then we have the Nothosaurus. This is going to be a water creature, but it will also be able to go on land. It's not going to be able to walk on land very well, I imagine, but it could just walk up on land and then stay there for a little bit. So it'd be kind of cool so you can go in and out of the water, but it'd mainly be an underwater creature, which would be pretty nice. So next we have the dire otter. So this is basically a giant version of the regular otter, similar to the giant version like the wolf and the bear, like the dire bear and the dire wolf. So this would be the dire otter, which would just be a huge otter, which you could probably ride around and it'd be really fun. Then we have the giant bison, which has also been in all of the other votes. I know this is like the millionth time I've had to talk about it. This one is a pretty cool one. We don't have any buffalo-like type creatures in this game, and having a giant buffalo would be pretty cool. Also, if it was like in herds and stuff, like giant packs, that would be really cool as well, so you could find a giant herd of bison. Then we have the Dreadnoughtus. This is basically just a giant sauropod. So this would be a later game tame, and they said like its saddle would have like turrets and stuff on the back of it, and this thing would be like an absolute tank, which I think is a really cool idea, having like a giant late game tank like this. And we don't really have that many sauropods in the game. We only have like the Bronto and the Diplodocus and something else, so this would be really cool. Next we have the Barcelodon. I'm pretty sure I didn't say that name right, but you know, whatever, all these ones are really hard to pronounce. This one is a herbivore. We haven't really seen creatures like this in the game. I guess the Iguanodon is the only thing I can think that looks similar, but this one would be way bigger than that. And then we would have a really cool saddle that you could ride around on the back of. This one I don't want to pronounce, so I'm not really going to try to pronounce it. But this is like a giant cat looking thing, and this would be really good for speed. It's mainly a travel mount since Ragnarok is such a big map with all kinds of cliffs and stuff. This one's going to be for like climbing cliffs and then jumping around a bunch and running really fast, just being able to travel around the map with ease. It would be kind of like a mid-game tame, so I think this is actually a really cool idea. I really like this one. Then we have the Silvathrum. Oh god, I completely ruined that. But it's basically like a giant giraffe looking thing. And it's got like these weird horns on the top of it. It's a really different looking animal, nothing like I've ever seen before. I mean, it's kind of like a giraffe, but it's kind of not at the same time. But its main ability is that it would have a catapult saddle on the back of it, and so you could like use it as a mobile catapult, which would be pretty cool. That's going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe. But thanks for watching, and bye.